name is John Orach, and I'm here this afternoon to talk about social protection in Uganda. Now, in Uganda, social protection is governed by the social protection policy, which has been in force for the last 10 years. And I will confine myself mostly to social protection as it affects older persons. Most Ugandans know social protection in the context of the Senior Citizens Grant. Now, this grant started operations in 2011 with 15 pilot districts. And at the end of the pilot phase, which was in 2015, a decision was taken to expand to 40 additional districts, starting with 20 districts in 2015-2016 financial year, and then thereafter adding 5 new districts. But the need for extending the social protection and the demand among the older persons brought in a change in policy, because most districts in Uganda were not being covered under the social protection plan. So the decision was taken to extend the senior citizens grant to more districts, but taking on board the older persons who were the oldest 100 in every sub-county, so as to cover most of Uganda. Now, when this was started, the demand still called for a change in policy. And it was decided by government, and Parliament passed the resolution that there would be a national rollout from the 2019-2020 financial year to cover all districts of Uganda. But the entry age was raised to 80 years, so that those who are 80 years and above in every district in Uganda would be covered. That is the current process, the program which is running. Of course, there are drawbacks with that, in the sense that there are few people who are 80 years and above, as our life expectancy in Uganda is actually 64 years. And the majority of older persons are in the age bracket of 60 to 79. So under the current program, those people are excluded and are not taking advantage of these interventions. The program has been very successful as an intervention to reduce risks on the 2 pillars of social protection. One is the cash transfer, where every older person receives 25,000 shillings every month. This is predictable, comes regularly, and it has changed the lives of the beneficiaries. It has made a lot of changes. Now, the second pillar of social protection, of course, is social care and support services to help those who cannot help themselves. Now, under this support care, taking care of those who can't take care of themselves. Then in the first case of social security, we are trying to extend within the coming 5 years to lower the age, so that the beneficiaries, as funds become available, and in this election period, we are going to appeal to aspirants for parliamentary seats to make sure that social protection is one of the campaign strategies that they are going to use, what they are going to do for Ugandans by way of providing social protection to them. So we hope that when the next parliament opens, they will go to the House and press for the age to be lowered to 75 years, preferably 70. We are also going to ask them, as a way of social protection for older persons, to seriously consider non-contributory health insurance for older persons, the majority of whom are finding it very difficult to access quality health care because of the costs involved. The third thing that we would like by way of social protection is a universal pension. It is outlined in this policy. How can we achieve universal pension so that older persons have security, income security in old age? And this is one of the initiatives that social protections aim to address, so that people do not fall into vulnerability and do not face the risk of falling into vulnerability. So as proportion is for social protection, we seriously urge government to allocate, to invest in social protection, so that in the end we reap the dividends that accrue from investing in social protection. Now, this is the appeal that we are going to make over the next 5 years, and we hope that by the time the next parliament comes, social protection will be embedded in all programs of government, so that older persons particularly, but I should make it clear that it is not only limited to older persons, it is limited to the entire life cycle of the communities of Uganda, so that everybody benefits from social protection. And as you know, even this 25,000 that is being paid to older persons, which we think is very small money, it is not, because it adds about 30% to the local economy where these older persons live. So any investment in social protection is actually investment in bettering the lives of the people of Uganda. Thank you very much.